Former England international and Premier League champion Shaun Wright-Phillips joins me now from Mumbai. Shaun is in India with the Premier League trophy that we can see perhaps behind him somewhere, and he will proudly tell you that he is a Manchester City man. Welcome to WION, Shaun. I have to ask you about the game that we witnessed on Sunday. Is Manchester City versus Liverpool the Real versus Barcelona of our times?
I think it's different. I think it's created its own rivalry in the competition for both of managers trying to outdo each other and be the best team in the Premier League. So I think the rivalry is beautiful, and we've seen them go head to head, and it's like two heavyweight boxers just swinging punches at each other. And it was a fantastic game on the weekend as well, especially for a neutral spectator.
Okay, I can see you wearing your Man City shirt, but when you wear your pundit's hat and look at the Premier League table, the gulf in class is pretty clear. City have been the dominant team in terms of titles, yes, but just 1 point separates Liverpool and City over the last 4 years. That's just a staggering number and shows how far they are ahead of the other teams.
That just goes to show how well both managers are actually doing and how they're keeping the pace up. And especially for the players, it's always tough mentally to keep on performing at the levels they have been performing at time and time and time again over the last 3 years. And to see it come to this point again just shows how far they are in front of the rest of the crowd behind them.
And it is also a rivalry built on healthy respect because, you know, none of the gamesmanship of the past where you've seen managers use the media to fight their battles, you know, the likes of Jose Mourinho, Rafa Benitez, Sir Alex Ferguson, because Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have contrasting styles, but they both want to win by playing aggressively, and they're not the type to sort of go out there and nick a goal here and there and win.
Yeah, they definitely do play aggressively, especially without the ball. But I think in general, for the both managers, I think that you can see the mutual respect that they have for each other, that like you saw at the end of the game when they gave each other a big hug. And I think it's the same on the pitch. They have enough respect to know that they have to be in that A game. Otherwise, they could lose the game here. And like I said, it was a fantastic game to watch for a neutral.
But I have to ask you the big question now, Shaun. 1 point, 7 games remaining in the league. City seem to have the easier run-in, but there are also tough Champions League games in between. Is it their title to lose because you do expect both teams to win all the 7 remaining games?
Well, first of all, I don't think there is any easy game in the Premier League, to be honest with you. The ones that potentially people say are easier, the ones normally that people slip up on or drop points. So I think in general, City, Pep, as you know, he'll always have his team mentally prepared to win the game and play the way we're used to seeing Man City play. And I think it will be the same on Liverpool's end. I think they will do the same thing. They will go into every game, no matter what or how they play, to come out of that game with 3 points.
Okay, let's move on and talk about the Champions League. City have that 1-goal lead against Atletico, but it sort of isn't here or there. You know, they had a huge game last week. Then the Liverpool game saw them put in every ounce of energy possible. And now, once again, they're facing the intensity of a Simeone team, especially in Madrid. There are going to be some very tired legs.
The Champions League is always filled with the best teams in the world, especially at this part of the stage, and it's normally the informed ones. I think the way City played against Atletico Madrid in the first leg showed how dominant they were, where it got to the point where Atletico Madrid had 2 banks of 5 and a goalkeeper and couldn't really get out for pretty much 80 minutes of the game. I don't think Edison had anything to do that game. I don't think it will be like that in Madrid, but they will still have to be cautious because they know what City are capable of.
You know, Shaun, I was hearing Pep Guardiola after the Liverpool game, and he once again brought up the overthinking criticism that is thrown at him. Can City, though, play another way? Now, just imagine if they had a striker with the goal-scoring numbers of a certain Sergio Aguero, then perhaps this great team could go up another gear. It's a very scary thought, what they could achieve if they have a proper number 9.
First of all, why would they want to play any other way? Their results and the numbers they put up and the goals they've scored shows you that they don't have to play another way. Of course, it would be nice for City to have a striker, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a need thing, because Pep, time and time again, has proved he doesn't necessarily need one. But it would be nice to have that number 9 goal scorer like a Con Aguero. But it's not really the point of the situation. I just focus on what City have now and what they're doing now with the players they have. And I think they're doing fantastically well and causing all sorts of problems in every competition that they've been in.
Okay, that's a fair point, and I'll sort of keep that in mind. Just moving on, you also played against some very good Liverpool sides over the course of your career, Shaun, but sort of always seem to shine in patches. But this sustained period under Jurgen Klopp is perhaps a throwback to that era of domination of the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, he's done it. He's done fantastic. Klopp has. The way he hasn't played, the way he keeps him fit, because until now, you got to remember, he had the same 11 players pretty much that he played week in, week out for, I think I would say 2-3 years. And to still have them go in and playing the way they're playing and adding the likes of Jota and Diaz to the side as well. And then you got the young kid Elliott that's just come through, and Curtis Jones. They're beginning to build a little bit of depth, which is obviously helping them in their title chances and being in a position to possibly win the quadruple.
Okay, hopefully this extremely close title race continues to keep us on the edges of our seats. 7 matches to go this season. Will it be Fernandinho or Jordan Henderson who will be lifting that trophy behind you on the 22nd of May? We'll wait for that, Shaun. Thank you for your time and for your inputs.